Now, from the University of Okoboji, it's Okoboji Broadcast with Jeff Thee.
Welcome to the weekend. Welcome to Okoboji Broadcast, everybody. I'm Jeff Thee here in our studios at historic Arnold's Park Amusement Park. My friends from the Iowa Lakes Corridor here, Trevor Smith and Kurt Strahl, are here with us today. Guys, welcome to a weekend. You've had a busy week.
Yeah, no, it's been a very busy week. So on Tuesday, April 1st, we had our final pitch event for the Big Idea Challenge, which is an entrepreneurial pitch competition where young entrepreneurs, old entrepreneurs, all entrepreneurs in between competed for a prize pool of $10,000 to expand their small business or pitch their idea. And it was a great event, and we were able to award those 5 awards with our top prize winner, Cody Fuller, with Fuller Radiance, winning $5,000. He's from Storm Lake, Iowa, and is a senior at Buena Vista University. So still in college, and
what a thing what a way to go out at college, man. Yeah,
no kidding. And he actually did another pitch competition this same week and won it in a different area as well. So he's just collecting it and getting that seed money for that business. And what he does is he creates 3D printed custom lampshades. And so if you wanted a picture of you, your spouse, or a lot of people are telling him maybe he should get into the funeral home business, and some different avenues he can go down there. But it also does just custom 3D printing items as well. So it's really exciting. It's a really cool product, really unique. And it's awesome to have that here in the Iowa Great Lakes Corridor.
Absolutely, man! You just really had some great ideas come out of this, didn't you?
Yeah, and we hosted the event right here at Okoboji Bible Conference here in Arnold's Park. Yeah. Second place was Caden Fisher with Outlaw Kicks. So you can kind of think like a tattoo artist, but for shoes. And so you see all those NFL players who have those custom shoes on Sunday, and those are the types of things that he does. And he's booked out through July right now, so if you want to get in on that, you better start calling him soon.
I can see why that'd be a hot commodity.
Yeah, and then in third place, we had a local Jack Bauermeister with Glacier Made Clothing, who's going to be in the old Boji Surf Shop here on 71 in Arnold's Park. So, 3 great winners there, as well as Vanessa Moore with Vertical Marketing. And then Jeff Craig with his idea of Boji Bites. But, 4 out of the 5 were already producing revenue and had their business up and running. So this is going to give them the fuel to keep moving and keep innovating.
Take that next step. And
absolutely.
Don't you love entrepreneurship and innovation? I mean, anything there is in the world, somebody did it first.
For sure.
Back to the wheel and fire, and I don't think the Neanderthal that came up with the wheel said, I got to patent this and start a dealership.
Right.
But
Exactly.
But Edison and Ford, all came up with these ideas, and that's where it starts. And we've got so much of that here in our wonderful corridor.
We do. And for us, we want to help innovate that and bring that to the surface, right? And that's why with the Big Idea, that's just a brand new vision from our strategic plan that came out. So like Trevor said, this is our first annual Big Idea. We got this off the ground and running. The cool thing about it, we feel like it went off at a very, very high level. We had some amazing businesses, like Trevor said, some already cash flowing. Yeah. One of them right here in Dickinson County with Jack Bauermeister and Glacier Made. Just to see what he has for product here to help serve our county, but more importantly, he's going to have a footprint here, and he's currently renovating it. And the joke that he had made with us is he's learned how to become a contractor, an electrician. He's doing all of that because he's an entrepreneur. You got to be creative on how you're going to be able to cash flow a business.
That's right.
It was really cool to see all those come through.
Yeah. I love all the strategic planning you do. Yeah. What are the needs? What can we do to help? How can we inspire? And you do a lot of that at the corridor.
Yeah, for the corridor, we do more than just, the economic development is such a wide, vast array of things. It's anything from housing to community development, which includes childcare, housing, entrepreneurship that we talked about, workforce development. We're working on a wage and benefit survey right now to help our large employers and small businesses be competitive in the workplace and be able to recruit competitive workforce to the area. Those things all cost dollars, but they're essential to help drive economic development in our region. So our goal and mission, Jeff, is to be as vast and wide array as we possibly can as an organization to serve the wide variety of people that live and work and play in our region.
Yeah, so, we've got the tools, we've got the bodies, we've got the minds. There's no end to what could be accomplished in our little area up here. Yeah,
for sure. Now we just got to get engaged with our youth, right? All of our kids in our high schools and that are serving our region. We need to get them to come back and stay.
Yeah.
So
and just like the young man sitting here did with us. Yeah,
absolutely, and that kind of plays off into another item off our strategic planning that we did, which is our homegrown talent initiative, which I know we've come in and talk about a little bit, where we recruit our young people back to work here in the corridor region and provide $6,000 grants paid over 4 years that can be used towards student loan debt repayment, mortgage loan reimbursement, or child care expenses, which are the three biggest barriers for young people looking to join a community. And so we're actually in the in-person interview phase of it. We're going to provide 2 grants this year. So we had 6 individuals who made it into the in-person interview round. We've been conducting those over the last 2 days, and it's going to be really tough to decide on the 2 grants. And so that's not up to me, that's up to my awesome committee that is filled through people all throughout the corridor. So well represented from Emmett County all the way down to Buena Vista, Clay, and Dickinson. And so it's a really awesome opportunity, and we're really excited to award those. And we were just in Spirit Lake Community School District last week presenting, and Kurt, you can kind of talk a little bit about what we presented on.
Yeah, so we talked about just life skills, and we appreciate the Spirit Lake Community School District inviting us in, and we're talking about communication in today's world and how that's effective in trying to gain employment, right? The next stage in life from graduating high school to going on and getting a college education and coming back. So we got to spend 2 days with the high school seniors at Spirit Lake talking about communication, anything from in-person communication to email to text, the things to do and not to do on social media that could potentially catch up to you.
Yes.
We've all seen stories of those out there. And so it was a great opportunity. And so part of what our goal is to help educate and those kids as they move on into the next phase. So,
and speaking on that as well, we also wanted to talk to them about what are employers looking for. We run a business retention and expansion program, and so we get in, talk to the CEOs, HR managers, plant managers of all of our large employers, small employers, and everywhere in between. And the things that they tell us are, we read a study that 75% of employers mark reliability as one of their top traits that they look for in a young professional when they're hiring them. And that's reflected all throughout the corridor. That's a top trait that we wanted to go explain to our young people that our employers are looking for, but nationally that's a skill that people are looking for
it's everywhere. And you hear it all the time, if I could just get somebody who would show up. And if they can get into their heads that I can shoot ahead at this employment if I'm reliable. Number one, I'm reliable and competent and so forth, but those reliable people, they're gold. They're gold.
Reliability, communication will get you pretty far.
Yeah. So. And the fact that you're talking to them about local employment, like anybody else, a lot of people, locals, don't even know what a business, a manufacturer, or whatever it may be in their own area, what they do. They've never set foot in it. And to learn more about it, there's opportunities right here in my backyard.
And that's part of what we try to educate with, through Manufacturing Month that we celebrate in the month of October, is to get our kids in there, get our community members in there so they can see and, live and experience what that is like. I mean, we got high quality jobs here, Jeff, from engineering to HR. Welding, and some of these skill sets that are in high demand are well-paid jobs.
Yes.
So we just need to educate our kids about that, and that's part of what our goal is to get in these schools, is one, talk about the communication piece to bridge that gap to get employment, but number two, the opportunities that are essentially here for you upon graduation. And we did a raise of hands with the kids, and I think, what do we say, about 20% of the kids were not going to go on into college. They're going to enter the workforce right out of the gate, which is awesome, and I think that percentage is it's continuing to decline year after year.
Yeah.
And so we have large employers here that are growing and expanding, investing millions of dollars upon that growth. We just need the high quality kids to come in and take those jobs and to be reliable, as we talked about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And going back to recruitment, and I'm sure when you're talking to these young people, we have so many assets in this area, from great education in our schools and safe communities. We've got a lot. If you go into major cities, you're getting some of that is not going to be the quality that we offer right here in the corridor.
Yeah, and I think actually in our homegrown talent initiative, when we were interviewing some individuals yesterday, we had one individual who moved to a bigger city right out of college, worked there for a little bit, and when you talk about the safety thing, that was one of the reasons why they returned home, had car broken into, car stolen, things like that, and so decided they wanted to start a family, raise a family, and what better place to do that than right here in the Great Lakes area. And so that was important to them. I think those are the stories that we want to help promote, because there's that when people just go from high school or college and they come right back, they might not get that context of what it's like living in a city, and really appreciate what this area has to offer.
Yeah, and we do. We have so much, and we're so lucky, and we're fortunate that the corridor is out there beating the drum and letting people know, and educating people, educating businesses and students. You guys do a great job.
Yeah, well, thanks, Jeff. And we encourage everybody to check us out on our website, lakescorridor.com. And last note I'll maybe leave with is, when we do release the winners of the Homegrown Talent Initiative here the next couple weeks, understand that the 2 winners that are announced are kids that graduated from our region, went off to college, got educated, but most importantly now will be coming back and living within our corridor region and gaining employment. And we'll be taking those kids on the road with us to get into our schools, talking about their experience and what opportunities are here. And eventually, over time, the Homegrown Talent Initiative will turn into a culture, and we'll have a lot of success stories within that, and we'll just share them at a high level.
Yeah, and what a difference it makes for those students to hear it from their peers that just a few years ago, went off. Yeah, exactly. Yep. So wonderful. Thank you for all the hard work you guys do and nurturing our area and keeping us busy and prosperous. We appreciate it.
Yeah, let's bring on summer. Last time we walked up with an ice on the lake, and now we got open water, and it just feels good.
Next time there'll be docks out there, we'll be boating.
We'll just move this experience outside of the dock next time.
You got it, buddy. Absolutely. Kurt and Trevor, thank you for being with me.
Absolutely. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it.
All right, our thanks to our guests from the Iowa Lakes Corridor here today. Go out, make it a great weekend. Get in the yard, maybe take a ride on the trails, whatever it is. Enjoy the Iowa Great Lakes. Thank you for watching us right here on Okoboji Broadcast.
Okoboji Broadcast from the studios at historic Arnold's Park Amusement Park is brought to you in part by West Wealth Management, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services. Advisor Jan Spielman, AJ Spielman, and Erica Wachholz. The headquarters of the University of Okoboji is at the Three Sons, open Monday through Saturday 10 to 5 and Sunday from 10 to 4. Bank Midwest, dream big, plan wisely, live well. Lakes Regional Healthcare and Avera Partner. Beck Engineering in Spirit Lake. Be Radiant Laser Skin Studio in the Okoboji Plaza in Okoboji.